Hey there everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today there's been a request on how to make one of the parts for my new level called Numget. So anyways, let's get started. So I'm gonna go into the editor and I'm just gonna call it the Numget part. And first let's change the background to somewhere this kind of orange and make it a little bit darker. Or maybe a little bit more orange. Somewhere like here. Change the background to blank and the ground to black. And also the line. Now we have something like this. So I'm gonna make a little layout where it includes the dashboard. Alright? So, see you in a bit. Alright, so I made a little layout including the dashboard, and now it's time to do the first thing, design. So for the design, I'm gonna go to the layer 1, and I'm gonna use these objects right here, and color them black. So I'm gonna go to color channel 1, make it black, and the detail is gonna be the same with color channel 1. Now I'm gonna fill the spaces where the 1.0 objects are. And then what I did is made another layer like this, and for the top part like that. Now they look like rectangles. So now for the poles, I just used these objects again, but this time I used also these slopes. So I'm gonna move them in the middle and move it by half a block, like this on the PC, and then invert it. Now we have made a pole. Let's color them black as well, and it should look somewhere like this. Now we must move this whole pole also again by half a block to the left or to the right. I'm gonna do like this, so they actually are to the sides. I'm gonna do like that and then like this. Actually, for these kind of where are 3 blocks, where it's 3 blocks wide, I just do like this. But for these ones though, I immediately shrink it, maybe by half a block, and do like this. I'm gonna copy paste the whole thing and move it here as well. And then one right here. And one right here. And then I'm gonna copy paste the objects so they connect to the ground. But for these which are inverted, I just copy paste until I think the player won't see the cut from those objects. And also we must do something here. Then for the extra details, so it doesn't look really empty, what I just did is just copy paste this, for example, and just, you know, do like that. You don't really have to spend so much time just making this part. Now let's copy paste the objects so they connect to the ground, and here we just copy paste until I think the player won't see the cut. Somewhere like that. Then immediately I'm gonna select the whole thing, make it don't fade, and disable the glow. Then I also added some spikes which were black as well, but they each had a 1 block gap, well, from each other. Somewhere like this. You must have some variation in putting these kind of spikes, you know. And then I'm gonna select the whole thing again, do the don't fade thingy, and the both. Then, what else I did is group the objects where the player will usually land on. For example, this one right here, this one, and this one. So we have 6 total groups. When the player lands on an object, the objects will usually go down or up if they have switched gravity, for example here, and they will turn white for a bit. So I'm gonna grab a move trigger and have the first group, which is group 1. Make it touch triggered, and I'm gonna use move time about 0.2, and the easing is actually gonna be sign out. And for the move Y, I'm gonna only do a bit, which is gonna be -2. If it's too much, then sometimes it cannot even like jump on this one, for example, because this object right here is too low. Then move it down here somewhere, and to have a little bit more range where the player would hit, well, land on, I just scale it up. Then I'm gonna copy here, group 2. Here I just scale it down to 1. Move it down somewhere right here. 3, 4. This one's gonna be inverted, so we must do a move Y2. Scale it up again. This one's group 5. And then group 6. And now you should have something like this. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to do like that. And also forgot to mention that we must remove all those 1.0 objects again. Like this. Now it should be fine. As you can see, they move down. Also forgot to group this one. Alright, for the pulses, I do the same method as with the move triggers, but instead with the pulse triggers. So group, ID 1, turn them white, fade out is gonna be 0.5, and make it touch triggered. Scale it up, and I'm gonna move to the same position where the move trigger is, like that. 1, 2. Like this. I forgot to, change the group here. Like this. Like that. And lastly, here. And now you should have something like this. Pretty cool. So, we're done with this part. For little details, what I did is go down here, selected this object, put it behind the dashboard. I'm gonna put it also behind this. And they're just black, and they're gonna have randomized start. So let's select both of these objects, set a special, randomized start. Now let's check how it looks. So that's for the design. Now for the background effect. So let's go to layer 2 and use these objects right here. Scale them up to the maximum. And now I'm gonna select color channel 2 with copy color background. Now I'm gonna use the HSV and do random kind of saturation and brightness. So and also random rotation, somewhere like this. Then another one's gonna be like here, way more saturation, way more brightness. Then this one's gonna be like that, just less saturation. Actually, not too much, somewhere like here. And another rotation like this, with more less saturation, less brightness. Maybe a bit more saturation. Alright, you should create something like this now. Now let's just copy paste. And make some kind of like a worm. Let's move down. And now let's copy paste the whole thing. Move it up by 2 blocks. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We should have something like this. And then move it up again by copy and pasting the whole thing. And now it looks like autumn. Yes. Then just select the whole thing again, copy paste and move it like here, so it like connects, like Lego bricks, something like that. We don't really need much though. Now select the whole thing again, don't fade, V4Z layer, new group, and I'm gonna chain it. Now I'm gonna use a move trigger right here, which is gonna be the group 7. I'm gonna use move X 9999 and move time 200 seconds. And let's use this little trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we go. Next thing is adding a rotate trigger. Let's first move this move trigger. Let's add rotate trigger. For the target group, it's gonna be 7 because all these cubes are group 7. And then let's just add random amount of times 360. It means how much times it's gonna rotate all around by 360 degrees. We don't really want them to move that fast, so I'm gonna do about 100 seconds. And now, this is what you should get. Pretty cool, right? Now what I did is copy paste the whole thing, move it down with the Z order, move it somewhere like here, so there's a little gap, add it to a new group, and then add a new color. Let's remove the HSV, black, and 0.20 opacity. So we have a little bit more layers. And then just copy this, but this time move time is gonna be somewhere 180, and the rotate trigger is gonna be group 8, and maybe a bit more times 360. And now this is what you should get. We're getting somewhere, right? So now, for the last one, is shading. So let's go to layer 3 and use these gradient objects right here and make a gradient effect out of them. Something like this. Copy paste. Like that. And then select the whole thing, copy paste, make a gradient, then copy again, and just scale it up. then chain it, add it to a group, T3Z layer, don't fade, and let's try this color. No, it's too dark. So let's go to another color channel, black, but this time 0.09 opacity, so it's not too dark. Then add this, move trigger, group ID 9, move time, just 999, and it's gonna be locked to player X. Then we're gonna use the little trick again. So when you, like, for example, start the level, everything looks fine. But when you restart, okay, I cannot show that example yet. Let me just move this move trigger. Yes, you start the level looking cool, but the problem when you restart, you can see the cut on the left. So let's do this little trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Release, and now there's not gonna be any cuts. See? And you restart, no cuts again. Cool. Then let's copy paste. Wait, first let's do like that. Like this. Copy paste, move it somewhere right here. Release. Then next one is gonna be copy color background with blending and somewhere 0.20 opacity. So there's a little bit of light from the right. And Z order just 1. Rotate like that. Actually, Z order 10. Come on, just 1. Or maybe not. But still, we're gonna get some light. It doesn't really look right, so what we can just do is have more opacity. And move it somewhere here. Now you should have... Pretty cool. And now for the last bit is the laser from the dashboard. So let's go to layer 4. Create the laser from these gradient objects. Like this. Then select this, press this arrow 1 time. Select this, press this arrow 1 time. Then use like background. Then copy paste the whole thing to make the laser even longer. And then what we just do is play test. Playtest, and we can see the player's line, the player's trail, and we're gonna try to rotate the same as the player, well, was dashing. So let's rotate like that and like that. Actually, you know what, let's extend it a little bit more. Let's select it. It's gonna be T2, Z layer, don't fade, a new group. And now let's use this rotate thingy. And try to rotate the same way the player dashed. And it looks pretty identical. Cool. Now we're gonna use the alpha triggers. So it was group 10, fade time 0, and opacity 1, and then we're gonna move somewhere else, for example here, so it disappears, and fade time 0.5, opacity 0. And then alpha trigger must be also at the start, so the laser at the start of the level is invisible. And now it should be somewhere like this, as you can see, but it didn't have a lot of glow. So I added an overlay. So let's go to layer 5 and make an overlay. which is gonna be which is gonna give you more glow for the laser. Okay, like this. Then use like background. Now it should be really glowy. Let's add it to another group. T3 layer, don't fade. Let's use the move trigger, which is gonna be moved to lock to player X. Again, random time and target group, which is gonna be 11. Now let's use the same trick again. Actually, chain it as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay. Now let's use alpha triggers. Let's make it invisible at the start, and it's gonna appear only when the laser is visible. So like this, like that, and opacity like this. But the only thing is that it's too bright. So let's lower the opacity a bit, somewhere 0.60. And now, enjoy the results. There you go. That's how you make one of my parts from my new level called Numget. So that's the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, like and also subscribe to my channel, and see you in another video. Bye!